All right, a little update on the JJK outrage that is going on with the how fast banners are coming out. So it appears that Billy is actually review bombing their own game, and what I mean by this is that they are actively putting out 5-star reviews. And like this one, for example, I haven't looked at them. Well, actually, no, this is a little bit ago. I'm looking for a little more recent. Go to all, and we will go to newest. So the fact that it's climbed all the way back up to like a 3.8. Plan your cards draws well, and even without spending money, you can complete every event and main story. Plan your card draws well. So like this is an example, and then right here, Momo replace anatomy feels just right. I can only say her buff attributes are too comprehensive. The same character will have cards with different titles, like stuff like that. So obviously they are, helping their own rating with their game to bring the rating back up. So it's a little scummy on their part. Next up, we have additional information that I need to discuss, and that right over here, that for Gojo's birthday on the 7th, once Hollow Purple is released, they're going to be having a live stream, and I guess it's not on this one. It might be in the actual announcements itself. Anyways, so they were saying that they're going to have a live stream, and they're giving away 30,000 cubes, and 10 lucky people are going to win. So they're going to split that up. So you're essentially just getting a free multi, which is ridiculous. Also, the mods keep saying that we have a surprise coming on 12/6. You will like it. I've already mentioned this before, that it better not be just a multi's worth of cubes. That is going to be unacceptable. So just saying that. Anyways, so I also want to talk about the hidden inventory characters. So evidently, I have the tier list pulled up because we're able to see just how good they are. We got Team Gojo, we got Toji and SS for DPS, and then for support, Geto was there. I personally don't have Geto on JP. I just have Toji and Gojo. They're both very good. But so apparently they're probably not going to be coming out on New Year's, which I'm very skeptical because of the fact how, obviously accelerate our paces, and I just think they're going to be coming out. Anyways, what I want to talk about is changes and benefits I foresee and probably should happen for global. Now, one of the key aspects I want to talk about is tower reset. So even on Japan, tower has never reset. And I think that's a major issue that needs to be addressed. So I have right here what I believe will help JJK Global, and also like these benefits can be implemented onto the Japanese version. I've already mentioned this before, but I do think for every banner release up until the point we catch up to JP. So I'm giving a definitive timeline. Once that milestone is hit, these are just taken away. I just think this is appropriate compensation for how quickly we are going, because of the fact that the accelerated pace, even players who pay for cubes can't keep up financially. It's just, it's stupid. I've mentioned this before. We should be given 10 tickets for every new banner. That is one multi's worth, as well as 1/3 of a multi for each new banner. And the important thing here is that you do not have to use these cubes on the banner that has come out. You could hold on to these cubes. I think that is very appropriate, and that helps with free-to-play players plan accordingly for characters that come out and or reruns. Future changes that I think should be implemented. Pity should be implemented in January. This goes along with the fact that how quickly we are moving. I think Pity needs to come as fast as possible. Doesn't come out in December, that's fine, whatever, no big deal. I mean, it still sucks, but you know what I mean. It's not a big deal in comparison that if it does come out in January, boom, you're able to get your Pity. Then with increase of banner rate, allow Pity tickets to be cheaper. What I mean by this is that you need to do two multis on Japan to be able to get 10 tickets, and then you can exchange those 10 tickets for a multi's worth or whatever banner you want to use. So essentially you're doing 2 multis for 2 for 1, essentially 2 multis worth for a free multi. So currently right now I have 8 free multis already available on JP that I'm just going to be holding on to. I have a ton of cubes. I'm waiting to see if New Year's is going to be Sukuna, but that's for a different video. Next up is these 2 things I think are going to be like huge contention in the community, and that being tower needs to be reset every other month. Do not reset it every month. That is way too fast, and I also think that is not really needed because it's just that's too soon. Allow it to reset every other month to allow free-to-play players to get their cubes, and then you can also make minor tweaks and adjustments in terms of boss health, damage output, all that stuff. You know, you're able to do that in the coding, but allow tower to reset every other month. Next, PvP introduced into the game. I say maybe second Annie. That's mainly what I really want to like have, is that for second anniversary, give us PvP. And what you could do is you can give us PvP in the same sense as what it is used in Grand Cross, if you want. 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, you know, turn-based. You have the functionality in the game, and with the actual gameplay itself, each character has their own individual turns, you know, their own recollection bits, all that stuff. Allow that. Now I know a lot of people are going to complain about that, because why should we have PvP when some people whale, some people don't? It's just going to be a discrepancy regardless. It also helps the devs in a way that it allows people to be like, oh wow, okay, so that character is completely maxed out. I want to max my character out because, you know, they're doing this much damage, or, you know, they have this much health, so on and so forth. So I do think that a PvP introduction into the game is going to be worthwhile. And you could do exactly what Grand Cross does, is every week allow players to earn, you know, X amount of cubes depending on their rank. So these are definitely things that I think should be implemented into the game. And, you know, with the banner release, this I think is, for the most part, if it makes its rounds around the community, this is going to be well received by a lot of people. It also makes it so it's not over, you know, it hinders the devs in terms of revenue. Now granted, if you get lucky on your 10 ticket multi, then boom, you got lucky, you know, that's great. But giving a 1/3 of a multi, I think, is self-sufficient, and it's actually very, very generous for every banner that gets released until we catch up to JP. But like I said, once we catch up to JP, the cubes go away. I still think the tickets should still be there, because it just makes a lot of sense. But take the cubes away once we catch up to JP. I think that's very fair. But let me know what you guys think, and you know, any other changes that you wish to be implemented into the game.